Welcome back. Africa is home to some of the best known resource-related conflicts in the world today. In Africa, the amount of natural resources in countries have been the bedrock of despicable conflict, the effect of which has been slow economic growth, prolonged violent conflict, and undemocratic regimes. It has been asserted repeatedly that the presence of natural resources is at the center of most of the conflicts that have bedeviled most resource-rich countries in Africa. This assertion is very true if we consider the conflict in countries like Angola, Chad, and Republic of Congo, and to an extent in Nigeria. These countries have all witnessed some form of violent conflict which could be explicitly or implicitly linked to the presence of different kinds of natural resources. Meanwhile, in the northern part of neighboring Cote d'Ivoire, a rebel faction controls a large open-pit diamond mine in the town of Seguela. It is one of the several producing diamonds estimated to be worth more than $20 million that have been smuggled into Mali and Ghana to help fund arms purchases in violation of United Nations sanctions. Despite the absence of any form of violent conflict in other countries, such as Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon, the presence of resources have created a deep-seated disgruntlement from a majority of the population as revenue from these resources that hardly trickle down to the masses. Joining me to discuss this via a phone call is Captain Atanda Fatai, retired. Captain, welcome on board. It's good to have you. Now, let's talk about the empirical relationship between natural resources and conflict in Africa. It is not very much understood. I would like you to put us through it, and of course, how do natural resources increases conflict in Africa?
Yes, first and foremost, coming to conflict in Africa especially, we have various causes. It could be poverty, which is most of the time, ill health, poor education, hunger, and of course violence. You also have what we call the blood diamond. Classic cases according to CAR, Central African Republic, and in Sierra Leone, where diamond money was used to fuel the brutal war for a long time. You'll find that this could occur if you're coming back home. Here in our own very close place, we have separate issues where we had a Biafran war for some time, and in not too far, Cameroon, they're still having these issues which has to do with the Anglophone area of Cameroon still having separatist issues. So all this could occur when it comes to the issue of natural resources. And you look at areas like DRC Congo, they have one of the largest reserves of oil, mineral resources, and timber. There's quite some issues in those areas. And I told you earlier, we had these issues of natural resources in the popular Bakassi Peninsula with Cameroon when Nigeria invaded the peninsula, and there had to be a long protracted legal issues over it. So the issue of problems of related to resources could happen in any part of the African continent. We have issues similar to that of Nigeria in South Sudan, or a particular area.
According to United Nations, natural resources have played, it is termed a negative role in many Africa's bloodiest war, from Sierra Leone and Liberia to Angola and Democratic Republic of Congo. I think sometimes it is better we channel things positively. So I would like to ask, how can such resources be turned towards peace and development instead of war?
Well, I would like to use Ghana as a case study. Ghana had oil discovered in 2007. By 2011, they made sure they set in place the Federal Revenue Management Account Bill in 2011 with a mandate for transparency, accountability, and good management. This particular committee has been able to, it's of stakeholders, has been able to turn out 16 reports within 8 years. And what are they trying to avoid? The negatives they're trying to avoid. Violence, they've seen it happen in Nigeria, they've seen it happen in South Sudan, they've seen it happen in most areas where the discovery of oil that was supposed to drive economic development and production became a cost. So you can see that Ghana took their steps correctly and they have survived it so far. But I won't say that it's to do again with proper transparency in the management, taking good care of where the resource comes from. Resource control, as we call it back here, but it has to be done on a positive dimension.
All right, many thanks for joining, Captain. See you next week.